It is important to have a budget for immunization because this is a key service for our children. We have the immunizable diseases that we need to immunize our children again so that these children can celebrate their 5th birthday.
We have been depending on donor funding. It's the donors who have been funding our immunization. Now, as we know, is that the donor under the Gavi mechanism will be exiting in 2026, around there. And there's no way we can keep quiet. We must advocate to make sure that our government increases the funding.
It is key for the counties to understand the importance of shouldering or getting finances or resources to see that the process of immunization continues unhindered.
Civil societies play a critical role in public health, particularly in the development of health policies and in shaping the health systems. And they also link citizens to policymakers. And therefore, it's very important to have a strong movement for civil society organizations and making sure that they are able to advocate for health issues, and in this case particularly immunization.
The civil society have been talking about meaningful engagement for quite long, and the Kenyan country people now want to participate in UHC. They want to participate in immunization in terms of planning, in terms of review, in terms of participating in the policies, because they know the experiences they have, if put into the policy documents, will benefit the country.
We have participated a great deal together with IAI in the issues around policy and generally just some other functional aspect of the program.
In Narok County, we have done much and mainly focusing on capacity building, just pulling what we get from APHRC and also our skills that we had before to build the capacity enhancement of other CSOs in the county. We have around 18 CSOs that are involved in the advocacy on domestic financing of immunization.
There was a training on resource mobilization, which is very important to continue our effort in pushing for advocacy.
The capacity strengthening trainings have been excellent. Among them, which has really assisted me and the network in the Kilifi County is knowing the budgetary cycles and how to interrogate the budget process and documents to facilitate keeping precise messages to influence change.
There is a conversation around immunization. There is increased traction. People are talking about immunization.
We have a big political will and support from the political fraternity because they are able to understand through the trainings, through the capacity building, through the engagements, the fact sheets we give them, the reports we give them. They are able now to see it in a bigger light because you're able to pull out from the big health budget, you're able to pull out immunization.
We had meetings with the county assembly advocating also for budgetary allocations, and so far the county assembly is aware about the immunization budgeting process on immunization, and on their part they are ready to increase the immunization budget for our program.
The activities that we have carried out with the CHP through the Immunization Advocacy Initiative has actually is a positive achievement in terms of the community right away are now very much aware about the immunization, and they can actually demand services for immunization, and this one we can directly attribute to our advocacy that has been carried out in collaboration with the CHP Immunization Advocacy Initiative.
The immunization budget at the national level had stagnated for the last 3 years, starting from 2017 through to 2019 at 700 million.
The Immunization Advocacy Initiative partners have acquired a number of skills, and one of them is the development of policy documents, for instance, policy briefs and fact sheets. And they've been able to synthesize information and come up with those documents which they are using with policymakers. They've also been able to do more of documentation. Initially, they will do their work without putting that in record, but out of the training now, they're able to put down and share their success stories in form of documentation and report what they've worked on towards the success of the project.
So we have engaged, I can say, all levels, right from the household level. The mama in the village is very much aware of her role in working towards financing for immunization, right up to the governor, who is like the president of the county.
The future looks bright. We have already created a kind of a momentum that we can replicate to other counties to make sure that the agenda of domestic financing for immunization is picked up strongly by all the counties. And if you do that, I can tell you for sure, immunization will get the budget that is needed, hence quality service delivery for the citizens of Kenya in regard to immunization.